Hello, hello, hello. It's me, Dr. Stephanie Fine, and we are in a different location. We're in Vegas. And I am so dedicated to you that I am coming to you live at 12:30 no matter where I am. And so that's what we're doing. So today we are, I'm at the obesity conference. I just have to do this one thing. The obesity conference in Vegas. It's called Obesity Week, and it's the premier research conference that all the academics come to show and interact, show their work and what they've been doing, and they get awards and all this fabulous stuff. I'm going to get into that a little later because it relates to what we're talking about today. But the ounce of prevention, which is what we talk about here in the chat room, which you can get every Thursday morning if you just sign up at stephaniefinemd.com, is about 3 steps to success. And there really are just 3 steps. And you can read all about it. The first is have faith that it can happen. So the way that I think about it is you make a decision. You are going to decide that you're going to lose weight, period, end of sentence. You have evidence that it can happen. Others have lost. You may have lost before. It can happen. So once you make that decision, then you're faced in the right direction. Okay? No wishy-washy. And the second is to try things. I know that sounds basic, but it's really true. Especially this is for, let's talk about weight loss. I have decided that I'm going to lose weight. There you go. I convince myself it's possible. So I have to believe it's possible. You can't skip that step. And then you have to try things. You can't just sit there and believe it's possible and there you are. You have to try things. It can be anything, but things have to be tried. There are many approaches I like, but I like little things as slowly over time. So accumulate things. Like you can decide to park a little further when you're going shopping. If you consistently do that, you literally, if you kept everything exactly the same, you would lose weight. Over time, it might be a year or two that you'd see weight loss, but you would see it. So if that's one thing you do, and you just do it consistently, that's not a hard thing to do. Park a little further. You get in the habit of doing that. Then if you add something to it, let's see, what did I write down? You can change something to the lower fat version. And then you just start buying that one. Now, if you're walking further and then a couple months later you decide to do low fat, then everything being exactly the same, you're going to lose weight. You just keep trying things. And of course, you don't have to make a change every couple of months. You can make them more often. You don't have to though, because the third thing is have no time expectation. What I mean by that is, if you're trying to do something that's going to take longer and you want to do it in a short amount of time, that puts pressure on the whole system. So if you are okay, really okay, and weight loss is a great example of it taking a while, then you're going to get there. You are going to get there. It's absolutely going to happen. You know it's going to happen, so you're pointing in the right direction. You start doing things that are likely to make it happen. Some may not work. You may, give it a long time and it's not working, so you add something else or try something else. And then you don't put pressure on it to work in 1 second. Now, you want to see results and you can give it a fair amount of time. But thinking that it has to be done in 1 second, it doesn't help you and it doesn't help the process. So those are the main things. So being at this conference, surrounded by lots of academics, I'm reminded of this because I have not talked about mice and rats more in my entire life than being here. Woo! There was a lot of basic research. But I'm reminded of this success thing. They have faith that they're going to find something out. They try. My goodness, do they try things. They try things on this mouse, and if this part didn't work, then they try this little teeny other little thing, and then they try, it's amazing. And then they get somewhere. They get somewhere. And research careers are certainly long years, and sometimes people take research from one place and they combine it with another, which is why these conferences are so great. So it really, research in general, especially at an academic conference like this, reminds me of this idea of success. They have a belief, they tweak and tweak and tweak. Boy, do they tweak. And it doesn't have to be done by tomorrow. You can do that with weight loss too. So that is the ounce of prevention. What I want to tell you is I wanted to show you something because this really helped me. It's my hotel room trick, and it really worked. Okay, so I'm going to try to. First, I want to show you that I'm in Vegas. This is the view out my window. I did not get one of the rooms with the whole strip. You know what I mean? But I love those mountains. I think they look beautiful. Although it looks kind of like you can see some smog. Okay, so that's that way. But this is what I wanted to show you. Do you see the orange and white? Okay, that is my super secret tip. So I'm going to take it away and I'll show you. Okay, can you see? Can you see what's there? Yes, that is the thing that they leave out like little, treats. And then if you eat them, then they charge you $4 billion. Well, they have that, and they don't have a great place to put it. The other thing you could do is literally put it in a drawer. But I knew that if those peanut M&Ms were staring at me for 5 days, that it was a very high likelihood that they would be eaten by me. So I came up with so this is the in-room dining, and I just covered it, and oh my gosh, it made all the difference. It literally made all the difference. I did not remember it was there. The colors weren't like staring me in the face. It was so great. And what's really nice, the housekeeping never took it down. So I didn't have to like redo it, although you certainly could if that's what happened. But I just got to leave it there, and it was, so I highly recommend environmental control any way you can. You also, by the way, and I just remembered this, you can call them and ask them to take it away. And actually here in the refrigerator, they have all the drinks and things, and if you even move one, they charge you. So you can't use it for food, which is kind of annoying. But they do have ones that they could bring up and then they charge you. It's a scheme. But you know what? It was a lovely place to stay. And so I appreciate the thing, they have to make money somehow. So the conference was amazing. 5 days. I learned tons. And what I'm going to do is tell you about it in next week's Ounce of Prevention and on this Facebook Live next week. So I told you about my hotel room trick. I'm going to tell you more about the conference and the things I learned. Intermittent fasting and adipose tissue are going to factor highly in what I'm going to talk to you about. And if you wanted to know about my studies, there were lots of them, but my brain sort of turns off. I'm not a mouse research kind of gal. I appreciate everyone who does, by the way, because what they're finding out are amazing things, like little pieces of the puzzle. It's really fantastic. So God bless them, but I am not like that. Great to see you. Have a wonderful week. Talk to you next time.